Hey everyone, I'm Vikram Gore and you're watching MOTORSCRIBES. In this video, I'm going to be telling you all about the Bgauss RUV 350. Before we get into the product, you must be wondering what an RUV is. Well, according to Bgauss, that's a rider utility vehicle. So when you've got SUVs, LUVs and MPVs, now you've got a two-wheeler RUV. So it is essentially a scooter that boasts of an additional level of utility and is also something that can be used for a little more than just city tooling around. I'm going to get down to the details in this video, and just remember, if you do have any questions, you can always drop me a comment and I will get back to you. The first thing that gets you about the Bgauss RUV 350 is its design. It's a very practically designed machine. We're talking about it having large 16-inch alloy wheels, which makes it great for dealing with really bad roads, large potholes and all of that. In many ways, I find it way better than just having an electric scooter, which comes with those piddly tires. And with these larger wheels, it actually gives it a lot more in terms of being something that can be used over varied terrain. So that's one element of it. The design itself is really neat because you're talking about it being a decently sized machine. You've got a great footboard where even a person with a large shoe size like me, I've got a size 11 shoe size, and it fits really nice over there. And to add a hint of more practicality, under the floorboard, where you keep your feet, there's actually a storage compartment that can even keep the charger for the RUV 350 in it. So that's again a very neat added touch over there. You've got a nice long seat. It's very comfortable, easy for two people to sit on it, and the overall ergonomics are nice and upright. You've got a great upright riding position, and the switches, everything are done to a large extent to a really nice level. The body itself is all steel, so we're not talking about it having any plastic parts as such. The reason that they went for it is that they feel that steel has a bit more sheen to it, it has a bit more class to it, and that's why they've gone out and given it an all steel body, which also makes it a little bit more robust in these rural conditions or rough riding conditions. But coming back to why it's called an RUV, and that's because Bgauss wants to sort of position it differently from something that is just your standard A to B electric mobility solution. This is something that can be used for doing a little bit more, and on that note, I think they have scored quite a few points on that. What you also get in terms of features is that you get a full digital speedometer, you got a digital instrument cluster, you've got various features that you can scroll through over there, and you also get a nice USB charging port, which is again very handy for you to use. You can also pair it with your phone, so you get additional information, and you can check out a lot of the telematics that are available along with the Bgauss RUV 350. So they've kept it rather decent in terms of the features, very standard across what we're seeing in the electric two-wheeler space. So they're up to the mark on that front as well. As far as what powers it, you get a PMSM in-wheel hyperdrive. So it's not a separate electric motor that's running down a chain or an axle to the rear wheel. It's actually mounted in-wheel on the rear, and this gives it a decent amount of power, so you don't have any power loss as such. So we're talking about it being delivering about 165 Newton meters of peak torque, which is excellent for such a small scooter, and it's got a range of 135 kilometers on an AR/AI certified range. This was tested on eco mode, so you do get multiple drive modes on it, but the 135 is on the eco mode. Obviously, when you use sport mode, you can notch it up to a max speed of 75 kilometers per hour, and it will take out a bit of the range. So we're looking at it doing about 80 to 90 in sport mode, which is again not bad for something that's going to be largely used in and around the city, or if you live in a small town, where this would again be a great runaround vehicle. that range is more than enough. So speed-wise also it's limited. So in eco mode you can hit a top speed of 45. In ride mode you can hit a top speed of 60, and as I already mentioned, in sport mode you can do 75 kilometers per hour. It comes with an IP67 rated battery. The battery is a 3 kilowatt hour lithium LFP battery, and that is something that they have done in-house. So the battery is actually built by them, and it's fitted into the scooter, so there's no swapping it out at this stage. They do intend on having a battery swapping model as well, but currently this comes fitted into the scooter, and you know, it's what gives you all that power. So charging, you've got you know, there's a 500 watt charger which charges up the battery in 5 hours 25 minutes. There's a 840 watt charger which does it in 2 hours 40 minutes, and there's a 1350 watt charger where you can do it in 1 hour 55 minutes. That's for 0 to 80. If we're looking at 0 to 100 charging, it's 6 hours 50 minutes on the 500 watt, 3 hours 55 minutes on the 840 watt, and 2 hours 35 minutes on the 1350 watt charger. So that's what you get as far as the vehicle is concerned. In terms of dynamics, it's actually quite fun to ride. It feels well balanced. I did have a little bit of a grouse with the overall handling of the bike, but considering there's going to be used predominantly these 60 km/h speeds, is not something to complain about. But because we did get to push it a bit, we did get to take it a little faster, I felt that from a dynamics perspective as well as from an aesthetics perspective, a slightly wider rear wheel would have done the RUV 350 a lot of good. I mean, it currently runs, as I mentioned, on 16-inch alloys. Up front, it's an 80 by 80 16-inch. The rear is slightly wider at a 90-80 size, but I feel that it could have been a little bit wider. Suspension is great all round. You've got it soaks up undulations very well. It doesn't feel as firm or as rigid as some of the other electric scooters I've ridden in the past, and it actually feels more complete in that sense. So ride quality is something that I felt was great. You've got a telescopic front suspension. You've got a gas emulation type 5-step adjustable single hydraulic rear shock absorber, and you've got a telescopic front suspension, and you've got a gas emulation type 5-step adjustable single hydraulic suspension on the rear shocks. So that's again something that's done very well to again give you ride and handling. So it takes care of the overall dynamics of this two-wheeler. So, you know, we spoke about the storage space in the footboard. There is a mobile pocket as well, and that's where you do find the charger. And under the seat, despite it being an electric two-wheeler, you've got space enough to keep a half helmet and store away some of your goodies. So they've designed it really well. Like I said, practicality is what shines about this vehicle, and they've really taken care to address a lot of issues when it comes with the Bgauss RUV 350. In fact, the charging port, which is under the seat, also has a neat feature where you can plug in the charger and shut the seat. So that also gives you that added benefit of nobody taking your charger. You know, it can be locked while you leave it on charge. So that is again a nice added touch. You can see that they've given it a lot of thought. They've done quite a bit to ensure that this product has a winning chance in the market. And of course, the only thing that's left for us to know right now is the pricing. But that is something that I feel that they're going to get more than spot on, and they're going to bring this out at a rather aggressive price point. Last but not the least, you get a 3-year or 36,000 kilometer warranty on the vehicle. Same applies to the battery, same applies to the charger. You can opt for a 5-year extended warranty on the battery, and that is also inclusive of 100,000 kilometers on this scooter. But overall, they've done some very neat stuff. And before I do sign out, I'm just going to end this bit here by talking about some of the smart features that it has. So you do get reverse mode. It's got cruise mode. It shows you a nice distance to empty meter. You've got hill hold, and it's got a side stand and main stand motor cutoff. It comes with regen, which is great, so that you can actually use it wisely, especially while dealing with cruising or coasting down hills, to get that added bit of range added in there. And last but not the least, it's also got a built-in service reminder. So, you can see that what they've done is give it a lot of thought and come out with a vehicle that's all about being extremely practical. Well, that's that about the Bgauss RUV 350, and pretty neat if you ask me. Overall, I've found it to be something that's fun. It's great for urban commuting. I can see myself wanting one in Kodaikanal where I can use it up and down in the hills. It would be a lot of fun, and I think the power delivery, the refinement in terms of the powertrain and the way that that delivers is exceptional, and you've really got a product that can really cut it out in the market. Bgauss has made great inroads into the Indian EV two-wheeler market with their other products, and with this one, I feel that they're going to be taking it up a notch. Once again, if you do have any questions, leave a comment behind, and it is my promise and the MOTORSCRIBES promise that I will get back to you.